Hi, welcome to our personal growth tutorial. This is going to be a condensed explanation of this section of the planner. It's up to you to really set some time to fill it out, okay? So I didn't want to make a 35-hour-long video, so I'm just going to teach you the instructions. And what I want you to do is either pause the video or at the end of it, go ahead and set a timer and fill it out. Your time is a gift. This is a gift you're going to give yourself. So please, I just encourage you, take the time to intentionally design your life. Your life is your canvas, and I really believe your schedule determines who we're going to become in the next season of life. And the thing is, if we don't have a plan and an intentional purpose around our time and clarity on who we want to become, it's easy to get lost in the urgent tasks. So this is a space for us to focus on what's important versus what is urgent. Are you following me? Okay, so this section is all about assessment, declaration, simple action, and then massive action. So we're going to start with assessment, okay? So turn to this page. It's right after the bucket list. It has a little wheel down here. So this is the personal growth page. Hopefully you can see that. And in this little wheel right here on the left-hand side, this is where we're going to do our assessment. If we want to know where we're going to go, we need to know where we are, okay? A GPS doesn't work unless it knows where you are to get you where you want to go. So let's start here. Grab a pen. I like to use like fun, colorful pens for the different sections. So this assessment is going to be, how am I doing in all areas of my life? Spiritually, physically, relationally, professionally, personally, and financially. How are you doing in those areas? And how you do this is you start to fill in this little pizza pie, the smaller one. We're not filling in this one yet, just this one. Start shading in the slices of pizza. I sound like a second grade teacher. Based on from 0 to 100, how are you doing in that area of your life? Okay, so if you're doing awesome physically, like you're going to the gym, you're doing your smoothies, you know, you're feeling good, then you might want to shade in 90 to 100%. You're doing great physically. You're getting your rest. How are you doing physically? Now, if you're like the rest of us who just went through 2020, you've gained 15 pounds, you canceled your gym membership, so that might be an area of needing more support, right? So anyways, and here's the deal. This is not a time to get upset about how bad we're doing, right? Even Beyonce has a weak area, okay? This is about assessment and knowing that this is my time to grow. So don't feel sorry for yourself. This isn't the time to bash yourself or judge yourself or have negative self-talk, okay? This is a growth period. So start filling it in. How are you doing physically? How are you doing spiritually? Are you feeling fullness, close to God? Are you in community? How are you doing personally? Now, personally is the one I get a lot of questions about. This is about you taking care of yourself and pursuing your dreams, right? How's your self-care? If you're an artist, how are you taking care of the artist? Are you making anything? Are you painting? Are you dancing? Like, you know, personally, how are you taking care of you, okay? Financially, professionally, and in your relationships, your key relationships. How are you doing in those areas, okay? Fill that in, so that's what you do. And then after that, will likely find one area that is the weakest. And that is, when you found the weak area, you get a gold star, okay? You now know the area you truly need to invest the most time in over the next 3 months. Because the personal growth in the Dream Planner is something we do every 3 months. So at the end of March, you'll do another assessment, see how you are, see what you want to do, which is so great. It's not a once-a-year thing. We're always under construction. So on the next page, you're going to write down, who do I want to become in all areas of my life? Now, if you want to pause now and do this, pause. Go ahead. So I'm just going to keep explaining. Who do I want to become in all areas of my life, okay? Spiritually, I want to become, for me, I want to guard my heart. Spiritually, I want to be a daily listening daughter. Spiritually, I want to be at peace, right? These are the different things of who do I want to become. Physically, who do you want to become? Financially, who do you want to become? You want to become financially free? You want to become more generous? It's really about the who, not the what at this point. And remember, as you're writing down who you want to become, your language matters, okay? Specific, exciting language. Listen, if physically you want to become more sexy and confident, that's okay. You can be a Christian and want to be sexy and confident. That's absolutely okay. So I'm just giving you permission slip to use language that is powerful for you, okay? If you want to be a yoga goddess, be a yoga goddess. For me, I want to be a bar method guru, right? For financial, I hate QuickBooks, but I want to be a QuickBooks guru. Like, I want to be a boss at it, right? Like, use language that's exciting for things you're growing in, okay? So fill that out. You can pause here if you want. The next step is to make it real, okay? So what's one thing, write down here, what's one thing you can do in each of these categories during your week, okay? So spiritually, what's an action I can take? Physically, what's an action I can take in my week, in the time, which is my greatest resource? Relationally, it's a date night. It's filling out my marriage journal by, you'll have to look them up, but the marriage journal, great resource for couples. Professionally, maybe I'm going to invest in a coach. Maybe I'm going to listen to a podcast once a week, like Stephanie Gass's podcast. Amazing. She's speaking at our Dreamer Summit. Financially, what am I going to do? I'm going to set up my budget, right? What are the things I'm going to do each week? And remember, the focus is on the weakest area. So fill that in. Feel free to pause now if you want. And lastly, oh gosh, I love how thick this paper is, y'all. Oh, it's so good. The next one is your final steps, which is where you write down your key activities you want to do in the next 3 months. It can be, I just want to do this daily, like I want to take a walk every day, or, I want to try to get 8 hours of sleep. It can also be a goal, like financially, I want to pay off my city card, or, it can be a goal or an activity depending on the type of goals you have, right? So this is where you write down your goals for the next 3 months. This is January, February, March, okay? And that is our personal growth plan, guys. I'm super proud of you for doing it. Remember, this is all about baby steps. This is all about baby steps. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything I wanted to tell you. I want to end with letting you know that self-care is not selfish. We are called to be holy, and self-care is holy. It's called being a good steward to your body. And so the big thing after you've finished writing down your goals and your dreams is to make it tangible in your schedule. So every time you start your week, maybe you set up Sundays is the time for you to set up your week. You go back and look at your wheel. Go back and look at your wheel. What was I working towards? What am I trying to carve in first? Put the important building blocks of who you want to become into your week before you dump the urgent stuff, the appointments, right? All that stuff. Put in the important stuff first and then add the other stuff, okay? That is my lesson for this. I hope you now will take the time to fill this out. You deserve it. God bless, and I will see you for our next resource, okay? Bye, guys.